buonasera. Welcome to another episode of Regional Italian Cuisine. And on this program, we're going to be meeting two delightful ladies from the same part of Italy with the same dream and philosophy, I guess. So let me give you the backdrop. So we have one lady whose family actually hails from the island of Stromboli, which is in the Aeolian Islands. And then we have another beautiful signora whose family comes from Taormina, which is on the east coast of Sicily. They're on a holiday, 2006, and you know what you find in the summer in the Mediterranean, this beautiful island of Sicily, you find beautiful heat, colourful stacks of gelati, you find food, you find wine, surf, sand, the whole kit and caboodle, and blue skies. Just picture that. Now you think, can I replicate this back home in Australia? And that's exactly what the two of them have done. They've tried to emulate the street food that they found in Sicily and brought it back to Port Melbourne. So on that note, let's go meet one of the duo who is the inspiration behind the food and who in fact actually does produce the food on a daily basis. So let's meet with Teresa. Well, viewers, let me introduce you to one half of this dynamic duo, Teresa Materazzo.
Ciao,
I love that. Of course, Teresa, along with your partner Diana Di Martina, have actually opened up a place in Port Melbourne trying to replicate what you saw overseas all those years ago. Is that right?
Yes.
And it's called?
Caffè di Lido.
Now, what does Lido mean? What does it refer to?
Lido is, well, while we were travelling in Sicily, there were a lot of kiosks along the beach or bars, and well, lungomare. Lido is a little kiosk along the beach. So lungomare.
And you know what? If you can sort of picture all these Italians in the heat of summer, che fanno la passeggiata at night col gelato, and there's little kiosks dotted all along. I guess that's really what you wanted to.
That's what we wanted to. I know it's hard with the weather and.
Yeah, Melbourne's difficult.
But we have captured a bit of Sicily in Port Melbourne.
So, of course, Teresa, your family hails from a food background, and of course, Diana is from a coffee background. So I guess those two are the things that I guess you wanted to also promote.
Yes, well, I have passion for food, Diana for coffee.
Yes.
So they just entwined, and with our experience overseas, seeing all the beautiful food, the coffee, the beaches. So we were fortunate enough to... Diana found there was a tender in the local paper, and Diana said, Teresa, we can do this. And I said, okay, let's try it. And so they asked, like, it read that we had to have good food on the beach, so where else could we
be but in the heart of really where it's all happening at the moment? Port Melbourne, St Kilda, they call it lungomare.
Yeah, that's it. That's what they said.
And of course, on that note, I guess we should go into the first recipe, which is something that is so classically Italian, being the eggplant parmigiana, correct?
Yes.
So for our viewers at home, of course, when we use the term parmigiana, that always usually refers to eggplant. And I guess it has got its basis in southern Italy because eggplants grow there quite prolifically. Of course, if you think of the word parmigiana, though, it's to the style of Parma, which is central Italy. So it's a bit of a contradiction in terms, perhaps, as we should better know it, alla parmigiana should be al parmigiano, because that is one of the key ingredients, isn't it? So we start off with what?
Eggplant.
Eggplant.
We slice it, then get a plate, put the sliced eggplant, put some salt.
What does the salt do?
Well, that will draw out all the water from the eggplant, all the moisture. So then I put a plate on top and un peso,
which is a weight.
Right, and put that to the side.
How thick should our eggplant be? Like about a quarter of an inch?
Well, even a little. It doesn't really... Yeah, about a quarter of an inch. Yeah. Because we're going to grill them and then they go into the oven, so we don't want it too thin because it might
Of course, the traditional recipe always used to call for fried eggplant.
I know.
But as we are health conscious these days, we're going to grill the eggplants.
Right. So then we put that to the side and I make a Napoli sauce, a quick Napoli sauce, right? So
what do you put in your Napoli?
My Napoli, I just put onion, garlic, olive oil, of course, a little bit of peperoncino, and peeled tomatoes.
That's not a normal Napoli sauce. That's
your
style. Well, there you go. Yes.
So then we put that on the oven, get that cooking. So while that's cooking, we get some breadcrumbs, coarse breadcrumbs, whatever breadcrumbs you have, with some parmigiano grated. So we mix that into the breadcrumbs with a little bit of salt. So that's done. You've got all those little ingredients ready. So I just get a tray, oil it a bit, put a bit of the Napoli sauce.
That you've made, yes.
Right. Then you just get your circles.
Yes.
And just assemble them, the first layer, and then we put a bit of the breadcrumb parmigiano mix
On the top.
yeah, with a bit of first we put a bit of Napoli sauce,
Si.
then the bread mixture, the bread crumbs mixture, and then I sometimes put a bit more parmigiano because I love parmigiano,
Of course.
and then do another layer, and we just continue layering them. You can make them as high as you want or low, and these are great for antipasto platters, or you could even, if you have a dinner party, that can be your entree, so one serve each.
Or more perfectly, it could be the perfect snack food at Cafe di Lido.
Of course.
All right, and I guess once they're assembled and they're in the pan, what do you set the oven at?
Oh, about 160 fan forced.
Yes.
If you haven't got a fan forced, 180 for about 20 to 30 minutes.
Okay, so roughly half an hour. Check on them because we don't want them to overcook. And when they're cooked, this is exactly what you're going to end up with. The most perfect little stacks of parmigiano, bocconi of parmigiano, and it is beautiful. Not overcooked, it's got a lovely golden colour, and the smell is quite amazing. That's what, when you think of Italy, those smells.
The smells of
basil,
pomodoro,
eggplant.
and you can eat these cold too.
So, of course, Teresa, is this the sort of food that was reminiscent of what you and Diana discovered on your travels through Sicily and the Aeolian Islands?
Yes, of course. And just the fresh produce, like on Stromboli, there was this little fruit shop that Zia Nenetta, which is Diana's auntie, she lived on Stromboli, she was beautiful. And she'd go shopping and just the fresh produce, the food, the coffee, the gelato.
And I guess on that note, when we come back, Teresa's going to show us another very important recipe. Once again, arancini, of course, which is buried in the history of these wonderful Sicilian people. Once again, it is snack food. It is the food of the people. And once again, easy to produce. A bit of a story like the Parmigiano, I guess, Malinzana, because it's easy to produce. It stays around for a while. Huh?
Yes.
You don't have to worry about...
No.
Huh? You can eat it with your fingers. Yum, yum, yum. All right.